Hey everyone, my name is Philip and I'm a financial coach at Reach Your Goals Personal Finance Coaching. Today I'm going to walk through an income versus expenses worksheet that I built for my practice. I use this worksheet when I'm gathering information about new clients. We'll talk about what the worksheet is used for, how it can be helpful when looking at your overall financial snapshot, and I'll also cover the different areas of the worksheet itself. So let's talk about the high level, what the purpose of this worksheet is. So this income versus expenses worksheet will look at how much money you have coming in versus how much you have going out on a monthly basis. We're looking at your monthly take-home income versus your monthly expenses on average. All right, so the purpose of this worksheet is to first figure out how much you have coming in, how much you have going out, and whether you have any surplus at the end of each month on average. If you are spending more than you make, the amount that you have here is when you subtract you do an income minus expenses, the amount will be a negative amount. If there is a positive amount here, once you subtract your expenses from your income, that means that you have extra money each month that could be going towards savings, or it could be going towards investing, or it could be just spent on things that you have no idea where it's going. It could just kind of be squandered away a little bit. Another purpose that this worksheet serves is it lets us look at how much you're spending on your car and your house in relation to your income. So we can look at, is 20% of your income going towards transportation, or is 30% of your income going towards your housing? And there are rules of thumb, kind of target percentages where ideally you'd be with some of those things, but they can show whether all of your income is going towards your house and you don't have any income to spend on things that actually bring you joy in your life. So this exercise can kind of shed light on that. And then another reason we use this spreadsheet is to look at your income in relation to your debts. So we're looking at your debt to income ratio. And so we'll actually use this spreadsheet, take the income from this sheet, and tie it in a little bit later to another worksheet that we have on assets and liabilities. And we'll actually walk through that asset and liability worksheet as a separate video. Okay, so the first section we're going to look at is the income section. Here we're talking about take-home pay. So that's after any taxes have been taken out, after medical, dental, vision, or any 401k, retirement contributions have been taken out, all of that subtracted out. We're talking about the actual amount that's deposited into your bank account or included in your check, your paycheck. And this is, again, a monthly amount. If you happen to have a spouse or partner that's contributing to your household income as well, that would go in here. If you have any side hustles, second jobs, side gigs, that would be secondary income, next line down. And if you happen to get any bonuses or commissions, again, we're trying to figure out an average monthly amount. So if you get a year-end bonus each year, you'll want to take that large amount and divide it by 12 so that we have a monthly average of what you get. If you happen to have any investments that are producing interest and dividends, we'll capture that here. If you're actually drawing from Social Security or actually drawing from a pension, that would go there, or if you have any income coming from rental property. So that total up to all of your income. The next section we'll look at is your auto and transportation costs. So if you own a car, this could be a car payment. And if you own more than one car, you might have a second car payment. So we have a way to split those two out. Any insurance for your automobile or AAA membership, repair costs, service costs, You probably want to have some set aside for those long-term repairs like a timing belt or new tires, new brakes, things like that. What you spend on average for gas, and what you spend on average for parking. Now, if you use public transportation like a bus pass, that would go here. So next we're going to look at your housing expenses, and for homeowners that's going to be in the form of mortgage, and in some cases that mortgage might also have some HOA fees on top. So in addition to your mortgage payment, you have HOA fees. You would separate them out. If you have homeowners insurance or property taxes that you pay as part of your mortgage payment, then you would leave those two sections blank. But if you pay your property taxes outside of your mortgage, so you don't use an escrow account, then those would be separately listed here, so we can total them up. If you are renting, the amount of your rent would go here, and the amount of any renter's insurance that you pay to cover your personal belongings would go in this section as well. If you have any home improvement costs, home repairs, any home services, those would be captured here. If you hover over home services, you can see I have a comment here, and that allows you to see the kind of the tips of what types of services that might include. So that could include pest control, chimney sweep, moss removal, gutter cleaning, furnace or water heater servicing, septic pumping. We're trying to keep things in mind that maybe are done on an annual basis that you can overlook in your budget. But what we want to try and do is get an average monthly amount if we were to take those annual costs and factor them into our monthly budget. Then those won't come up as a surprise later on. And we then get into some of the utilities. So we include telephone, internet, water, sewer, garbage collection, electricity, and gas or propane if you have those. All right, and then finally we have everything else. Everything else includes any child support that you have to pay to someone else, any education costs, including student loan payments or tuition, debt repayment, credit card debt, personal loans, medical bills, any money you set aside for entertainment each month, whether that's going out or date nights, things like that. Fees and charges, so these are bank fees, ATM fees, any finance charges, any financial savings that you're doing or financial investments like a financial advisor, tax or legal fees. Those types of financial services go in that category. Any gifts or donations. Again, trying to spread those out. If you happen to do your charitable contributions at the end or beginning of the year, try and keep those in mind for your monthly budget. Grocery and restaurant. So this is all your food costs. So that could be grocery store spending, fast food, restaurants, everything is incorporated in this. And that also includes coffee shops. Health and fitness include any doctor visits, dentist visits, prescriptions, any co-payments. Investments, any money that you have going directed towards investing would be in this section. Kids costs, so this could include any daycare, babysitting, family activities, school supplies, things like school lunches or allowance, and any toys that you purchase. Personal care, that includes things like haircuts, any massage or laundry and dry cleaning, those types of things. And pets have their own category for pet food, grooming, pet sitting, insurance, any veterinary bills. And shopping, this includes any household items, toiletries, clothing, any electronics or books. Spending money is just free money that you guys have to use to spend in any category. That probably is encompassed elsewhere in the budget already, but if you have any extra that you just don't track, that would go here. Subscriptions and memberships. These could be maybe some Costco membership or any gaming apps, things like that. Again, if they haven't already been captured in one of the other categories, it'd be captured here. Any money earmarked towards travel and vacation would go in this final category.